Bum, 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 bum. May the force be with you, my whole plant-based Jedi. Hello to our another cooking show with the Tater Cowgirls, and you guess what we are doing today? Brussels sprouts roasted, and also I make an upside down berry cake for you. So let's start with the cake right away. We had some technical difficulties, and so I can show you what we did so far. We put the oven on 350. We had 2 tablespoons water mixed with a third cup of turbinado sugar. We had it boil for 1 minute in the pot until it looks clear. Then we poured it in my silicone pan. And on top we poured 4 cups of mixed berry. That's how far we are so far. We had some recording difficulties, that's why we start all over again. I hope you don't mind. But we weren't that far. So now we go to the dried ingredients for the cake batter, which is 1.5 cup whole wheat pastry flour. And I put you down to see all the interesting part. So we're here, 1.5 cups whole wheat pastry flour. Then we need 2 teaspoons rumford. Eddie's watching the camera so that we know it's on. I don't know what's going on today. It's not my best day. But I lost 102 pounds. Wow. Shazam. I poured flour over me, the camera doesn't work, the Gorilla pot broke up. It's just not my day. 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons rumford. It's the baking powder, aluminum free. Then we need a 1/2 teaspoon ginger. Do you get ginger here? No. Ginger. Like this one. Oops. Oh, I didn't pour it out. Woohoo! My luck is increasing. So 1/2 teaspoon ginger. Right now this is just the dry ingredients we do. And 1/2 cup sugar. You want to pour in the 1/2 cup sugar?
Yes.
Okay, here's 1/2 cup. Let's put that away. We don't actually need that anymore. Here's the sugar. We don't. Oh yeah, we used it. That's right. Okay. Can you get in with it? It's hard, huh?
Like that much?
No, it has to be full. Let's hold on. 1/2 cup is full. Yeah. Okay, pour it in. Okay.
There's like a chunk right here.
It's okay. Done. And an 8 teaspoon salt. An 8 teaspoon salt. You want to put that one in?
Yeah. So that's salt.
This is an 8 teaspoon. Okay. When we have that, we take our wooden spoon, alright? Mix all that a little together. It's our dry ingredients. We make a little well. And then we get the liquid ingredients in. So this is a cup vanilla soy milk. I had a vanilla almond milk, it goes the same way, so I want to use that. And this goes in here, our little well. Then we need 1/2 teaspoon vanilla flavor. You want to put that one in there?
Sure.
Half a teaspoon vanilla flavor. You want me to pour it in or
Any
hold it?
though.
Yeah. Okay. Then we need, I think a quarter teaspoon lemon. Quarter teaspoon lemon. Oh, if you touch the dog, you can't cook. You want me to put the quarter teaspoon in? And wash your hands, so. Because, you don't want to gross out our viewers. Okay. Now I take my wooden spoon and I mix this all together to a nice consistent batter. It's a really easy batter, as you can see. There's not much to it. So it has to be mixed together nicely. Okay. What we do now is, let me get this here. And you know, our silicone pan doesn't need any greasing, that's why I love it so much. What we do now is we pour the batter over the berries, and everything has to be covered. So make sure no berries are looking out. All the berries have to be covered. Try to scrape out everything off the bowl. Make sure we have enough. They're all covered, I think. All right. Okay. Another one.
Is there like one on this side here? Cause I can see it kind of.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we're good enough. We're good enough. Scrape that in. Okay. And now we get it in. I have the cookie sheet in. I'm going to put it on a cookie sheet because the silicone pan is wobbly. Just make sure everything is covered. Okay, let's lather here. Yeah, we want to make sure the silicone pan is on a firm cookie sheet because it's wobbly and hard to get out if it's wobbly. Okay, cake is in and we put it in for at 350 for 30 to 40 minutes. I know my one takes 35 minutes. It's up to your oven. If you don't know your oven,
You started it.
I'm telling you, today is not my day. 350 start. Okay, and now timer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you're there. If you don't know your oven, go with the lower go with the lower temperature time. And then always add if you see, you know, we will put a wood stick in it and then we see if the dough is fine. Okay, and our next project. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. We are back to the Brussels sprouts. What we make is roasted Brussels sprouts in the oven. We will roast it when the cake is out. They need 400 Fahrenheit. What we do right now is just popping them off. You want to do that?
Yeah.
You know,
How do you pop them off?
you know what? How you pop it off? You turn them.
Oh.
Like you turn a. Let's see if we can do it. Does it work? All right. And we put them in this bowl. Oh wait, we put them in that colander. And you know what? Go over here with your Jedi sword. And I take that one away. And what we make here is a little dressing for the.
Am I able to place too?
Yeah, I need that. Thank you. I move everything over here. We make a dressing for where we put the Brussels sprouts in before we put them in the oven. So while Eddie is flipping them off,
My hand's gonna hurt after this.
yeah, we have a cup of vegan broth. We have Mirin. This is like a sweet cooking rice seasoning wine kind of. Yeah, it's kind of a wine. And we need a quarter. Yeah. Quarter cup Mirin. We need a quarter cup balsamic vinegar. And just a little bit of salt. Lemon, I mean. Salt and pepper will come afterwards. We will sprinkle when we have the Brussels sprouts on the cookie sheet, and use parchment paper. I noticed I tried with silicone, I tried with everything else, but parchment paper makes the Brussels sprouts really crispy outside and soggy inside. So let's mix that. That is ready for our Brussels sprouts. So Brussels sprouts need to be cut in half. Yeah.
Is that good? Is that
Yeah.
enough?
No, put everything in. And I show you what we do. The Brussels sprouts need to be cut in half. What I do is I take the brown side underneath away. Then I cut them lengthwise. See that? And then I put them in my soaking thing. So you want to wash them. And then put them in your soak. Cut them half, put them in your soak. This thing here, I cut away. I don't want this hard white one. If the leaves go away, don't worry about it. Okay. Soak them off. You can put them here, right? And I can take this one. You want to leave the other ones here? I think we have enough for today.
Yeah, my hand hurts.
Yeah, I think we have enough for today because it's not that many people. At Thanksgiving you need the whole stalk probably. We have about
a bit left.
Yeah, we have about half a stalk now to use. I think that's enough for us. So,
I can't wait for Thanksgiving. Oh,
yeah.
food.
You like the food for Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, we like Brussels sprouts and make mashed potatoes, stuffed vegetables. What else do we have? Southwestern salad. You find that recipe also on my YouTube. We have a good gravy. I probably make two because I like the McDougal golden gravy and the others like the navy bean gravy. So I probably make two. It's gonna be good. And as a dessert, we have either that pie, either that upside down berry cake. I will let the family vote what they want, or we have a cherry pie, the ones I have on my YouTube as well. That was one of the favorites. None of us is big in pumpkin pie, so I don't think it's gonna be the pumpkin pie. We have one on there, so we can always make one. And you can just pick and choose whatever you want from my Thanksgiving Shangri-La playlist for your Thanksgiving dinner. You have two pieces suggestion. One is the strudel, one is the spinach strudel, and one is the filled vegetables with stuffing, which look also very good. And then you have the Brussels sprouts as sides if you want. I also have French beans. I might do this too. I'm not sure if I have time for a casserole before Thanksgiving, but you have a Southwestern salad with it. You have a soup with it. I made a soup, tomato soup, and we have a butternut squash soup out there, the recipe. And we're almost done.
This was the biggest one, I think.
Yeah. Almost done.
I kind of already took a chunk of the bottom for you.
And so you got plenty of recipes. I'll also have Mary McDougal's chocolate pudding somewhere on my video, so that's a good dessert if you are a pudding lover. It's a really good pudding. And there's always nice cream as dessert, with frozen bananas and strawberries in a food processor with a tiny little bit of milk, plant milk. You get a fantastic ice cream. So, same works with cocoa powder. You get chocolate ice cream. So there's tons of stuff out there you can make to make your guests happy. Cornbread muffins we have on the Shangri-La list. So, yeah, you can take this away. So what we do now, we baste them and make sure we coat them good with our stuff here. And then we put them up, the cut piece upside down. You can help me with that. The cut piece upside down on the parchment paper. If you have leaves like that go off, I just put them in the middle somewhere or on the border. They can brown with it. They get nice and crispy, and I like them. Okay. Help me. Let me get ready here. It's about a cookie sheet what we made here. It's gonna be enough. They will bake together, so you need if you have 4 eaters like I have, you need this amount or even more. For today it's enough because it's not Thanksgiving, so we make something else with it. Mashed potatoes probably. We can make that at Thanksgiving too, of course. What is Thanksgiving without mashed potatoes? You have a recipe on there. It's really easy in the Instapot. Alright. get all of them?
I don't think so. No, there's in here.
Mm-hmm. Sprinkle those. Okay, so what we do now is we sprinkle a little bit of our marinade. A little bit, not much. Just take it in your hand and just sprinkle it a little bit, okay? Alright. That should do it. And now we use salt. We sprinkle salt. I use that in my hand. I want to make sure I'm not having too much salt. So what I do is I pour it in my hand. Just sprinkle it a little. You can always put more afterwards, you know. That's enough for baking it, and then we need pepper. Here's one. You wanna... Pepper is good, so you want pepper on it. Alright. And this one layer. This will go in the oven at 400 degrees for about 40 to 45 minutes when the cake is done. And I get back to you when the cake has cooled, when we take it out, has cooled, and the Brussels sprouts are ready to take out. And then we look what we have done today, okay? See you later. Da, 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 we are back, and our Jedi is the Jedi sword for the whole plant-based Yoda. So, where are we now? The cake we took out, it's cooling now since 15 minutes. That's how it looks, and I will put it down. And we will...
Cut it open.
No, we will...
Oh yeah, we'll put it upside down.
Upside down, okay? This is in the silicone form. This is... I don't know if it works. Yeah, it worked. This is a berry upside down cake. You have to let it cool a little, but it looks really gorgeous, huh? Isn't that beautiful? So this is raspberry, blackberry, and blueberry. And it works every time. I used to do that with this pineapple, and it works perfect. Today I thought I just try it with berries, and it worked perfect again. So we let that cool a little before we eat it. Now we get the Brussels sprouts out. They were in there at 400 degrees for 35 minutes. Look how nice they look. And we had them with the cut side down, because you get a really brown, crispy Brussels sprouts this way. And they're still juicy. Let me try one. Yeah, hot. Yeah, see? This is really brown and crispy. Outside it's green, juicy, because we had it in a marinade. Good. They're al dente. Not too soft, but very crispy. And that's an easy thing you can make. It doesn't take much space in the oven. You can always put something on top. 400 degrees, 35 to 40 minutes, depending on your oven. So this is it. On a more sincere note, I want to remind everybody to be grateful for what you have, a roof over your head, and food, and a family, because not everybody has that, especially our victims in California from the fires. In Gilroy, the fire brigade at the Sunrise Station still accepts donations. They prefer getting Visa gift cards, because they're already full loaded to go to bring donations down there. but they would accept Visa gift cards which they can give to the victims so that they can buy what they need. And a big hug out to all the victims in Southern California and in the Paradise Fire. The smoke that comes here reminds us of the bad situation these people are in. My workplace closed Thursday, Friday because the air was so bad in Cupertino. So I want to just let them know we think about you. Oh, and the non-profit organization I volunteer for, Dream Power Horsemanship, offers a free therapy session for traumatized fire victims, children's up to I think to the age of 14, and they can work with the horses, the mini horses and the donkey, and it's called Fire Buddies. So if you are relocated to the Bay Area and you are a fire victim and your kids are traumatized, send them to Dream Power Horsemanship or call Martha McNeil. You will find it on my website or Google Dream Power Horsemanship. You will find all the contact info, and it's free, and it will help your kids. Now everybody has a good Thanksgiving. Make it as good as possible and be grateful for what you have. Bye.